story of the dies, the Chinese dies, surfacing in your auction. Can you tell us the story of how these dies were consigned to you originally?
So they were consigned to us, if I'm not mistaken, by the end of 2011 by the company Otto B, the producer of the dies back in the beginning of the 20th century, and they actually found them in the basement, and so they thought it's a good. There was an advisor who thought it would be a good idea to consign them to an auction, and that's the way we got them. So he made the contact to us, and then we picked them up, and so that's how we got them without knowing what we have.
So when you were in the auction process, cataloging them, how were you approached by others that were so interested in the dies?
So while we prepared the catalog, no one approached us because they didn't know. So only when we introduced, or when we produced the catalog, when it was ready, and we sent it to our clients, and we published the catalog on the webpage, people from China were sending bids. So some of them were sending complaints, and you cannot sell them. And so in the first place, we didn't understand how important they were. And then it was actually Michael Chu to convince us, and he explained in detail what happened, how important the dies are to the numismatic, to the Chinese numismatic world. And so this was pretty much convincing, and so that's why we decided in very quick time. We pulled them back, we asked the consignor, and he said, okay, what you say makes perfectly sense, it's convincing, I agree, you can buy them, and please donate them to a museum.
So who was Michael Chu, and why was it so important, the dies, to him?
So Michael Chu is the owner of Champion Auctions, one of the leading Chinese or Southeast Asian auction houses. He's located in Hong Kong, Taipei, and Shanghai, and he's probably well known since he lived in the US for quite a while. So it was important to him because some of the dies, or some of the coins, pattern coins of the dies, are so scarce that he was afraid that somebody would misuse the dies in order to make new patterns and sell them, make forgeries and sell them as real ones. That's why he wanted to protect the dies from misuse.
And how did he select, or you all select, the museum to donate them to?
This took a while, so we were looking for the right place for 3 years, and so because all the exhibitions are closed in the museums, and Michael wanted to have the dies in an open, in a public, a permanent exhibition in a museum, and that's very hard to find. A museum with a coin cabinet which is not closed. So and we finally found this in Halle. They got a very nice collection, a broad collection of 2,300 Chinese coins from a private donator, and so this was let's say the basis, and so they had already these Chinese coins, and they were wondering what to do with them, and then we contacted all the museums, and we also contacted Halle, since we have very good contact to Ulf Träger, the head of the coin cabinet there. And he said, yes, it's a perfect moment. We just got this nice collection from Professor Krüger, ambassador, and he said, this is one coincidence. The other coincidence is that we are changing our exhibition right now, so we can include the dies into the permanent exhibition, no problem. So, and this were the two coincidences which leads to Halle Saale.
What kind of value do they place on the dies now?
I have no idea. I cannot tell you. So since we engraved a little OB in the dies, so they cannot be misused anymore. So you would, whenever they would make a struck from the dies, you would always recognize them as OB copies. So that's for sure, and that's why there's no market value anymore. They are still collectible, high demanded on the Chinese. Among the Chinese collectors, but the Chinese collectors they like it much better to have them in the museum. They can travel to Halle Halle is a very nice city, so I would strongly recommend to go there once. It's close to Leipzig, so there's an international airport, and so you can travel there. And people like to have them away from misusing or protected from misusing. So